as you can see, I've already started on my face, and most of the reason for that is just because I am working with liquid latex for all of this, and it does take a little time to dry. I just went and got this at one of like the local Halloween stores. I don't know if you can see it or not, but yeah, you can get liquid latex basically anywhere. I mean, Halloween stores around this time of year, you can go on Amazon and find it for a really good price. Okay, so what I start with is toilet paper, just basic toilet paper, or you can use Kleenexes, any kind of like really thin tissue. I usually take a sheet of toilet paper, and if it's 2-ply, I take the 2 pieces and I tear them apart, so then I just have the one side so it is thinner. If you do want to use something thicker, that's totally fine too. I just like to use something thinner so that I can build onto it, kind of build it up and everything like that. So take my liquid latex, and I'm going to put it on my face here. You're going to kind of want to do it. And the thing is too, is that there's really no rhyme or reason to this, which is good. It's basically just where you want it. You are going to want it so that you can just tear a piece off if it's too long and you you are going to want it so that there is some free edges. So make sure that it's not down all the way. Just kind of go and paint it on. For this part, you don't really have to worry too much about blending right now. We're basically just trying to get these little points on here and stuff kind of folded down and get them kind of flappy looking, I guess. I am going to go in along the edges here and just kind of go up like this, just so that when I go to put my makeup on, then the edges aren't so rough and they're more blended out. And you can kind of take your finger and kind of blend it out a little bit too. So I'm using like a little eyebrow, are these eyebrow scissors? That's what I use them on. I trim my eyebrows with them. So I'm using this. If you are not steady-handed or you don't trust yourself with a sharp object on your face, then you can use a tweezers, you could use maybe a toothpick, basically any sort of sharp object that's not going to maim your face. Okay, so this is the next thing I'm going to go in to do, and you can just kind of pull on it a little bit, or go in and get this layer right here. And it might look like I'm hurting myself, but I'm not. I'm like sliding it in there and cutting. But like I said, if you don't trust yourself to do this, that's totally fine. Like I said, use a toothpick, use a tweezers, maybe a tweezers would work. And this is just to kind of get that more like open woundy kind of look. Let's go all the way. There we go. That's sick. I like to mix the white with just the lightest foundation that you can find. I honestly don't think this is the lightest foundation that's out there, but this is what I had on hand. So honestly, you can go to like Walmart or probably even to the dollar store and get just some cheap foundation and mix it with some of this white cream makeup. And this, again, this is sold at a lot of Halloween stores and everything like that. And it's relatively cheap. I think they're like $2 a tube. One of these little sponges, you can get these, same thing, Walmart, Target, any place like that. And I'm just kind of going in along the edges. My face kind of looks like a vagina right now. Oh, gross. This is honestly a palette from Sephora that I gave my daughter to play with, so it looks kind of gross. But this is what I'm using to kind of blend the rest of my white and make my white stand out more. So I'm just going to go in and go over the places where I know that I want that white to kind of stick out a little bit more. So I'm actually going to be using the same palette, and this is just kind of like a purple in the palette. And it is kind of a brighter purple too. And I'm just going to kind of go up along the edges right here. Next I'm going to go with like a dark green to give it kind of more of a bruised look. I actually think I'm going to go in with a brown, just because. Just kind of go in with the brown along those edges right there. So next I'm actually going to go in, and this is actually like a lipstick that I got from Hot Topic a while ago. Just because I don't have like any red paint right now, so I'm improvising. So I am going to go in with the darkest red that I have. And obviously, like, if you want to use red paint for this, I would probably do that instead, but like I said, I didn't have any, so. So as you can see, this side of my face has progressed, and I did add a little bit on my nose. The reason that I kind of decided just to go ahead and darken everything and do my one eye was mostly because I did buy a blood product that I was going to use. It was like a gel blood that I was going to take and put over the top of everything and inside here. But I couldn't get it to work. It's a gel blood, and you're supposed to warm it up in hot water, and it's supposed to melt and become liquid, and then after you set it and everything like that, it's supposed to harden back up, but I couldn't get it to liquefy in the bottle, so I actually decided to just use this. And this is actually candied blood that we bought to make bloody cupcakes with. So it actually comes with like a little spray pump on it, and it actually isn't that bad. I mean, it's kind of like sticky looking. I just don't know if it hardens up or not. So, I mean, obviously for doing this tutorial, it's fine, but if you are going to be, you know, going out and stuff like that, I probably wouldn't suggest something like this because I don't know if it hardens up or not. Basically what I'm going to do is take a brush like this, you can see it, and just kind of get it on there kind of thick. Just obviously what you're trying to do is kind of get that like dead look, so you know, the more is better in this case. If you were doing like a real life smoky eye, I probably wouldn't tell you to go that intense unless you wanted to. I am going in with a brown and just kind of going at the top here and blending out a little bit here with the brown, just so it's a little softer at the edges. Then for underneath here, I am taking a smaller brush like this, and I'm wetting it down. I'm taking that black eyeshadow and really getting up in here close to my waterline and everything here. Next, take something like this once again, like a small angled brush, and wet it down and take it in that black eyeshadow, and then just kind of wherever. So I'm going to do my eyeliner here. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is kind of take a big powder brush like this and take that black eyeshadow that I have, put it on that black powder brush, and then just kind of go along the side here, kind of like up in here, just to give your temples kind of that hollowed out look. And then I did as well, I took the black eyeshadow and I kind of went up underneath here, just because I feel like it helps kind of frame the face. And also if you have a double chin like I do, it kind of helps hide that. Okay, so now I'm just going to go in with the blood, and I'm using a Q-tip. At least my face doesn't look like a vagina anymore.